All right, my friends, before we get started, as was pointed out in the comments of the last episode, I somehow, when I was assembling the video and all my cuts that I made of the recordings, I skipped Mike Vitek. So I owe you a deep apology, Mike, because obviously, I put you in the experiment, but we didn't talk about it. So that wasn't on purpose, obviously. So I don't anybody thinking, oh, is Mike the one? Is he really the gym inside? I don't know. I honestly, if I could be completely honest with you, I think it was, I said Mike Vitek, and then I went, is that how you say it? Because Mike also, I'd asked him, he sent me pronunciation help. So it's Vitek, but I doubted myself when I was recording, and then I stopped recording, and then I just went on to the next player, apparently, and didn't put it in to the episode. So is it Banbridge Town, which, again, is in the Northern Ireland Telegraph Championship 2. Get that out. He is their key player and hot prospect. Nice. So he's either a left winger or an inverted winger or inside forward on the right side, depending on if he's playing advanced or just regular midfield. Really good crossing, decent enough passing, can't tackle to really save his life. So he's not a defensive winger. Technique, determination, vision, work rate, all the stuff you want to see. Needs to work on his strength and his jumping reach. My goodness, you're 5'8". Can you get off your toes? Who knows? And his concentration is a little woeful. But now let's roll the actual beginning part of the episode. Sorry, Mike, and everybody else who you were like, wait, you only went through 10 players. Well, here he is. All right. Let's go roll the. Yeah, okay. Hello, my friends. Welcome back in. It's episode 2. We're at the end of year 1 to start off this episode. Depending on how long it takes to look at each player, we may go ahead and do the end of year 2. You'll probably know that based on the thumbnail that I put on this episode, but I don't know that. I've not looked at it. So let's go take a look to see, in our players' first seasons, have they made any moves? Have they stuck with the teams that they're at? We're just going to go look at Greg Baxter's payroll here. Okay. Sterling, Parasang Sarang, Samarones, Banbridge, Rosen. Okay, Paul Colombani has moved. Albion, UKM, Cavantila, Young Lions, Ubuntu, Cape Town. So we have one move. We will look at each player because we want to see what's going on from a value standpoint, if their wages are any higher than and obviously looking at the attributes. But I know we had a player above 700 when we started. I want to say that was Juan. So that has gone down. And we had a player at 31.5, and I think that was Grant, and he's gone down. So let's go take a look. Rosenborg BK, that's like a decent size move there, Paul. Paul is at $875 a week. My goodness, sir. Did he just move? Because he's been playing. So he moved in 2019. Interesting. He did play 3 league games, 15 non-competitive games for Yeller Olsen on a 6.53. Then he moves to Rosenborg. Then he moves to Rosenborg BK, and they put him in the reserve team or the U19 team, where he gets set in the reserve team. He gets 7 starts, a sub, 2 goals, 6 assists on a 6.93. A bit better than at the amateur level in his 3 games, you could argue for sure. And they had, for the senior team, 4 friendlies or something like that, with 1 more substitute appearance on a 7.28. Let's look at the contract. Contract started on. It just started. He just got there, or that's not possible. So maybe he got a contract and then he got a better contract. That's the only thing that I can think of. We can't see the full contract history, but there's no way. It's July 2nd, 2019. There's no way he's already played in 4 senior team friendlies and 7 or 8, reserve team league games. So he made the move, and now he's made the move up. But he's still in the U19 squad, which is interesting. But he's at $875 a week. Quite a bit of a jump, you could argue, for sure. We got the attributes there. Let me take a look here. So we've got the attributes. I don't have every single one of them written down because that is just too many data points to keep in a spreadsheet. 16 stamina looks good. I remember him having pretty good physicals, but that looks really good. First touch looks about the same. Same thing with long shots. Maybe technique has gone up. Maybe you remember from the episode before. He's also played in the UEFA, the Euros U19. 5 starts, a goal, 3 assists on a 7-1-4. Not a bad lad. 17 years old now. He just turned 17. He's capped at the U19 level, so he's already in the international mix. Didn't have any injuries. Let's take a... Okay, there you go. Hey, that's how we can look to see when they actually joined. So that's curious. So he was here. They got relegated. Okay, so they got relegated essentially out of the playable database. So we kind of lucked out that Paul didn't just disappear. He becomes a free agent and is signed by Rosenborg BK2 on April 3rd and has obviously since been there. But then he signed a new contract on June 30th. So it's like they gave him a contract and then he must have done really well. And they're like, okay, here's another contract. Or maybe it has something to do with the age rules in Norway. He turned 17 and hey, now we can offer you a full-time contract, something like that. But $875 a week, 115 grand. Quite the tasty little jump, in my opinion. All right, let's go take a look at everybody else. This is not a series about Paul. Juan Echeverria. 650 grand. So he's gone down a little bit. 30 a week. I want to say that's still the same. Still on contract until the end of 2021. There's a lot going on down here. Goodness. Let's just take a look here. First off, so obviously they've got a looks like calendar year season. So he comes in the middle of the year. He's got 11 league starts, 4 goals on a 6.83. That was last season. This season thus far, half season, he's got 12 starts, 4 goals on a 6.91. 5 cup games as well on a 6.6. Not quite as good. Let's look at the milestones. That was very instructive, right? Playing for the Chilean under-20s, runners-up in the Festival Esports de Toulon. Named in their seasonal best 11. That's impressive. Comes in, gets a senior debut. Doesn't give the date, I guess. Gets his first senior goal in a half season, is named in their seasonal best 11. So I'm curious. It looks to me more like he's playing a striker role. Because he's banging in goals. Like, he didn't have any assists in either last half season or this current half season. So are they playing him up top and using him just to score versus using him in the attacking midfield role? That will be interesting to see what happens there. So let's take a look. July 22nd. Yep, senior debut, July 22nd. So less than a month after he signs. First senior goal on August 12th, so it took him, whatever that is, another 21 days or so to get his first senior goal, and made 17 first-team appearances total in cups and in league play this season. That's pretty interesting. All right, Oskatan here. We've got 215K at Cabintilli. It was 220, so he's gone down just a fuzz, but overall looks to be doing okay. 2018, again, calendar year type situation. 8 league starts, 2 goals, 4 assists on a 7.57. A 7.57, my friends. 4 cup starts with a goal, 3 assists on a 6.72. I'd say he's off to a great start in the first division of Ireland. He's got 14 league starts, 4 goals, 4 assists on a 6.95 this year, with 3 cup appearances with no goals, 2 assists. No goals, 2 assists, and a 7.3. So he's playing better despite not having scored any goals in the cup competitions. Looks like I think this is new. So maybe they're playing more like a traditional 4-4-2 and he's like the advanced playmaker in that 4-4-2, because a lot of times that happens in the lower leagues is that I feel like the AI tends to default to a 4-4-2. So maybe they're using him there instead, which is kind of interesting to think about. But a 6.95 in the first division as a just turned 17-year-old with 15 starts as a 16-year-old, right? Not half bad. Let's look at the milestones. Same contract. First division team of the week 3 times last season, was named in their seasonal best 11, and then the one time this year as a first division team of the week. Has he had any injuries? Slight 3 days, bruised ankle versus Finland U19. So he is capped at the U19 level. Why wasn't that in the milestones? That's interesting. But he is. Oh, let's go back. Okay, and he made his debut. He signed on June 30th, and his debut is July 2nd. Welcome in, sir. Here's your kit. Get back out there. And then he scored on his debut. So, you know, mate, that's what he does. It's what he does. He's a total 23 league appearances and scoring 6 goals since he joined. How did Cabo end up? Come on, Captain Daly. Last season, 7th. So he wasn't able to raise their fortunes. Maybe how are they doing this year? I guess we could say, I have a vested interest, I guess you could say. Currently in 3rd. I mean, it's close. Welcome to the Irish First Division. But they're in the playoff hunt. My goodness, Limerick is on 47 points. Okay. Alrighty. Mike, 180K, still with Banbridge Town until June 30th, still making a whopping €1 a week. He's made 3 U20 or U19 Euros qualifying starts. He doesn't appear to be starting in league play. Or I guess maybe it's okay, because it's not a calendar year system. It's 2018-2019. So last season, first full season that we had a player play. Get that out. 24 league starts, 3 goals. Okay, 10 assists though. The assist maker was 7 players in the match on a 7-3-1. And then 13 cup appearances. Goodness, did they make a run or something? 3 goals, 7 assists on a 7-3-5. And then you see the non-competitive also doing quite tasty with that, my friends. Milestones. Okay, winners of the Mid-Ulster Cup. So he's already got, so we got our first silverware. Yeah, Mid-Ulster. That's what we were thinking. Lads. Supporters Player of the Year. Seasonal Best 11. Doing just fine, my friends. Let's see. His senior debut was August 18th, probably the start of the season. So he comes in, he beds in for a month and a half. Off he goes. August 18th. And then it took until, I mean, he's a winger. Okay. It took until December 1st to get his first senior goal. But again, he has been assisting a lot and is playing more of a winger. This is curious. That's new. He's playing him in a wing back with a 7 tackling and an 8 marking. Interesting times there in the Northern Irish. What do we say Banbridge Town was? The Northern Irish Telegraph Championship 2. Get it out, my friends. Get it out. We already looked at Paul. We got Marcus here with the Young Lions still making 15 a week. Let's see how he's doing here. Okay, we got calendar year. We got to keep that straight. Calendar year. 9 league starts, 3 goals, an assist on a 7-0-3. Not a bad little start there. And then thus far this season, 12 starts, no subs, coming straight in, starting right away. 5 goals with an assist on a 6-8-7. So a little bit of a dip, but you know, maybe he's betting in, right? He's betting in. He made his debut on July 7th, so he comes right into the team and starts and scored on his debut. Not bad. He made his Singapore debut against Bahrain in March of this year, 2019, and he's made 3 appearances in the senior team. First, I just noticed, right? It was like, maybe you were sitting there going like, when's he going to notice right here? He's got 3 caps and a goal. Coming right in, 3 caps and a goal for the international senior team. Forget this U19 stuff. I know that bothers. The under 19 stuff. I know that bothers people. Sorry, got to work on that. But, all right. Now, does that mean now he's got some international pedigree? His value is going to go up and he's going to start, like, is he going to move? Or does he want to stay in Singapore? That'll be interesting to find out. FIFA World Cup qualification game, too. I guess he had 4 goals in the Asian Games football tournament. I don't know. Well, it seemed like it was stuck there. 4. So it's 4 goals in that. Oh, 7-8-2. Now, how do you have... Okay, maybe the Asian Games is a... No. How does he have 4 starts in the Asian Games? I guess that's a youth tournament? So it would say like capped at the under 19 level or something, under 23 level. Maybe you know in the comments. It looks like it's kind of like the Olympics, right? The under 23s rather than like the under 20s or 19s or something like that. So 23s is the Olympic cutoff. I know that. Maybe that's why it's not listed at, because obviously that would be 4 caps, but he also has a World Cup qualification game with a cap. So curious. Let's go see what happened. Well, it doesn't look good, right? Just based off the ranking, not moving in a positive direction. All right. Let's go see, lads. Did he come in like here, maybe? Oh, it doesn't tell us. That's a little disappointing. Where's he getting his caps? I don't understand. Here's his, it's a friendly. Okay, we can see the friendlies. We can't see that one tournament. But he scored in the friendly in the 7th minute. Good start against Northern Mariana. You know, the powerhouse that is Northern Mariana. Did he play in the friendly against Bahrain? Yes, on a 6.3. Not as good, to be fair. And then did he play against Uzbekistan? He did. Okay, so these are the 3 games. So the non, whatever this is, fair play, friendlies and World Cup qualifiers are what we are going to see from Marcus. So he's got 1 actual, like, meaningful cap and then 2 friendlies. That might have been a little bit longer than you're expecting to spend on Marcus, but that's where we're at. Next up, our goalkeeper, Jordan Bradford. Persarang, sorry, working on it, also has 3 caps. I noticed, I looked that time. 64K, 30 a week. Debut, July 8th, comes right in. Made his Indonesian debut against Malaysia in March 2019. He's made 3 total appearances. Lovely stuff there. Stamina still pretty not great. Calendar years again here. League, 12 league starts, 8 goals conceded, 6 clean sheets on a 6.97. Not bad. I mean, when you're conceding, 3/4 of a goal a game, that's pretty good, in my opinion. In the cup, doing the same thing. 8, is that 3/4? The 2/3. 2/3. I did correct it for those of you that were typing a comment. This one, the 6 goals and 8 is 3/4. I can do some math. But also 3 clean sheets on a 6.9 in the cup competitions. No international rating. Maybe it's here. It's here. Okay, in league, 14, 12 conceded, 8 clean sheets on a 7.01. Okay, fair play to you. Less than a goal a game conceded. International, 1 1/3 goals conceded per game on a 6.67. We're going to say it's not Jordan's fault. Mate, he was 16. He was 16, mate. Come on. 2 World Cup qualifying games, 3 conceded on a 6.45. Okay, but since he started, right, 159th all the way up to the heady heights of 153rd. So, you know, and when he came on the scene, it was 164. So, like, we're going to give him all the credit for that. Of course we are. Let's see. Starting keeper. I mean, look at those ratings. That's a mixed bag, isn't it? You've got some sort of what I'm guessing is a defender on a 5.7. Your goalkeeper, which is our player, on a 6.1. But you got a 7.2 and a 7.8 and a 7.6. Kind of a mixed bag, but they got the win in front of 85,000 fans. Nice. Lost to UAE, 6.8. So that one wasn't really his fault, right? That's more everybody else playing poorly. This one, maybe the 6.1, maybe he fouled the guy and... No, it's not a penalty, but I'm just trying to give you a reason to have gotten a 6.1, Jordan. I'm sorry. I'm doing everything I can here. Against Malaysia was his debut. Comes out strong with a 7.1 goalkeeper rating. Who doesn't love to see that? And are those defenders? Because that would be hilarious if you had 3 goals coming from your defense rather than anybody up top. But, you know, will Indonesia make the World Cup on the back of Jordan Bradford? Early to tell. They're in the mix. They're in the mix is what we'll say. That's what we'll say. Okay. If you want to go back and look at I guess we could take a look at injuries. Nope. Milestones. Lots of milestones. 3rd place in the Piala Indonesia. They got promoted. Good to know. Indonesian League One Team of the Week twice this year. Nice. Named in their seasonal best 11. What else was I going to check here? Okay. Yeah, we already looked at that. Okay. So he's doing all right. 701. You can't, 701 out of a just turned 17-year-old goalkeeper is quite tasty, in my opinion. Jonathan Needham with Cimarrones. Is that how we're going with it? Let's take a look. 14 U20 caps. Was there a tournament? Surely there was a tournament. Okay, let's take a look. So this is the, more like traditional 2018 to 2019 schedule. So you got a full season in 22 starts, 2 subs, a goal, 9 assists, and a 6.91. I should note, there are going to be things, of course, that I miss as we go through this. So make sure if there's something that catches your eye as I'm talking through these players, leave a comment. So a 6.91, he had 3 cup starts with a goal and a 6.6. Not as good. And then obviously just checking this season, nothing doing. So he comes in, debut on July 20th. He scored his first senior goal on January 16th. Again, he's a midfielder, so you're not, it's not like he's a striker and he struggled for half of a season. But comes in and does get his senior goal in January of 2019. Total 24 league appearances. Does it say? Recently signed a new deal. Okay, just signed a new deal. That kicked off 3 days ago. Oh, he's on 1,800 a week. Yeah, they signed a new deal, my friends. Yep, sure did. Yep, maybe you were like, after I said, hey, leave a comment, there's gonna be stuff I made. You're like, 1.8K. Attributes look okay. Worth 57 grand, but getting paid now. I'm curious about the milestones. Can you show me? Why doesn't it show? Okay, we got some injuries. Tight hamstring, tight thigh, those are minor, 3 days. And then a concussion, bit of a worry there. Why can't I see the U20 caps? Nobody knows. If you know, leave a comment. Danny Dobson for Ubuntu Cape Town was on the under 19 team. He's got 16 dribbling. I think that was not there. Looking good, my friends. 23 under 20 caps. I know I probably said U20 on the last guy. Sorry, working on it. 23 under 20 caps as a just turned 17-year-old with 17 goals. Tasty. Wowzers. 12 league starts with a sub, 5 goals with a penalty taken and made on a 6.97. 1 cup start on a 6.6. A bunch of non-competitive games. Interesting. Made his debut on October 6th. Let's take a look at their schedule here. Ooh, they held him back. They made him work for it. And it was, mate, we've not scored in 2 games. Let's bring in the young lad who looks quite good. So he did not start the season. Interesting. And he's a key player. Is that new? I want to say that's new. I could be remembering it incorrectly. They got relegated. That's not good. Because there's not a division below that. That is loaded in the database. So what happens to Danny? That's concerning. $750 a week. He got paid, people. 3 days ago, he signed the contract. Not bad. Getting paid. Value at 46 or 47. I don't know why I said 46. 47K. Won the African Under 20 Cup of Nations. Not bad. So surely someone will come around and pick him up. Surely, right? 4 of the Under 20 FIFA World Cup starts as well with 4 goals on a 7.47. I mean, he is just banging them in, my friends. Banging them in. I mean, if you count the international race, he's got 5 league goals That's 8, 9, 13, 13 just this season, right? Because he got 17 overall from the international. So 13 combined this season, international and league goals. But his team got relegated. What happens to Danny Dobson? Is he going to move? Oh, I'm so nervous. Is he going to move, or is he just going to be stuck with this, like, down below? What happens? I don't know. We'll have to find out next episode. Will he have moved on? Surely he won't just stick there, right? Andrew C. at UKM in Malaysia. Okay, let's just go straight. He doesn't have a biography yet. Well, that's not a good start. Why doesn't he have a biography? 5 league appearances, an assist, no goals on a 6.54. Okay, calendar year. And then this calendar year, he's got 17 starts, 2 goals, 6 assists on a 6.76. That's a bit better. A 7.2 with 2 starts in the cup. That's a bit better as well. No international appearances. He's capped at the under 23 level. Oh, did this go down? I'm not convinced it's gone in the right direction. Played in the Asian Games, 5 starts on a 6.68. Played in the under 20 Asian Nations Cup qualifying, 4 starts on a 6.82. That's Andrew. He's worth 39.5 grand, €6 a week. Will he make it? Hetland, winger, Albion FC in Uruguay. Senior debut, April 17th. So he sat on the bench for a while. Interesting. Doesn't get a single, maybe again, it could be an age thing, right? I don't know all the rules of all the leagues that we loaded here, but he's only had 2 substitute appearances on a 6.6. Did he have an injury? No. Not a lot doing for Mr. Hetland. Determination is a 13. That's gone up. He's still got the crossing and all that kind of stuff. Pretty good physicals. Needs to work on the rest. Okay, he's got 7 under 20 caps, no goals. Again, he's, it depends on the role you're playing on the wing. It doesn't necessarily have to be a big deal. You would like to see some more assists if you're not scoring the goals, though. Okay, moving on. Last but not least, Grant Corrigan. How are they using him? They are using him 6 a week. He's capped at the under 19 level. He has 30 appearances. Okay, July 14th came right in and scored his senior debut goal, or senior goal, first senior goal. Get it out, GHG, on September 22nd. So it took, again, midfielder / defensive midfielder. Not really worried about that. Let's take a look. So more of the, fall to spring type schedule. 30 starts, 5 goals, 3 assists on a 6.79. 9 cup starts with a goal, 2 assists on a 6.72. Not bad. Obviously hasn't done anything thus far this season. Sterling Albion wins League 2 and gets promoted, my friends. You probably saw that on his thing down here, but I did not. No promotion playoff here. Going straight up. Going straight up. I like it. Contract? Still on the original one. They're like, yep, we don't really want to pay any money. Come on up to League 1 with us. Now, can he help drive them through League 1? That's what we'll have to see. That's what we'll have to see. My friends, we have covered all of our players here. Greg Baxter has not added anybody to his clientele base, so nothing has changed there. Values have kind of gone down a little bit for some of our players. For some of them, they've gone a little bit higher. Obviously, we got a huge wage rise up there to 1.8K for, what was that, Jonathan Needham, I believe. So let me know what you think is going to happen. We've rambled on. We're going to take this a year at a time. So the next episode is going to be the end of year 2. It does take a little bit longer because there's 11 players. Hopefully you stuck around and you're finding this interesting. I'm open to your feedback and your comments in not the description, but below the description on the video is actually where you go. Hit the like button. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.